Welcome to Good Morning KU. I am Shane Martin.
I'm Jade Stevensmeyer.
And welcome to this Thursday morning. Have you heard about the fraternities getting shut down at all?
Yeah, I have actually. It's actually pretty big news. So the IFC basically decided to freeze all the fraternities' social events. Mm-hmm. And it's a really big deal, obviously, as you can imagine. But there has been talk about different members on the board changing out, so people are talking about that it might be removed. But we've had I've heard a lot of different opinions about it and everything.
And so obviously with the fraternities being suspended, what are they going to do? How are they going to go party? They're going to have to go to some sorority events or just go out on their own?
I mean, I'm in a sorority and we're still able to have our events, so that's good at least. That even if they are freezed, they can still come to the sororities and do social things. But yeah, but maybe at the end of spring break, they'll be done and the whole issue will be resolved or something like that. But
maybe that would be really interesting to see that resolved by the end of spring break.
Yeah.
And speaking of spring break, I mean, that's next week. Do you have any big plans
going
anywhere?
Yeah, I'm actually going to Destin with some of my friends. It's a long drive, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited for the warm weather and everything. What are you up to?
I'm just doing a lot of fishing. I'm going to go ride my bike. Lots of sleeping, get caught back up after the last few days. Lots of tests here at midterms. Then I'm going to watch a lot of basketball and just hope my bracket does not get annihilated in the first couple rounds.
Me too. Doesn't that start today?
Yeah, we have Oklahoma playing at 11 o'clock. We have the Jayhawks at 1 o'clock in Wichita, and then there's games all day today, all day tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a full weekend of basketball with around 64 and around 32. I am excited about this.
That does sound like a lot of basketball. I am excited for the game today too. I heard they're playing the Pennsylvania Quakers. Not sure if I've heard of them before, but they can't be too good to beat us.
Yeah, I mean, they're a 16 seed, and 16 seeds have never beaten a 1 seed, so that's not a question of if that's ever going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Right.
Hopefully, we're not going to be the first one, because that would be a bracket buster for everyone, I'm sure.
I sure hope not. It would ruin mine personally. But yeah.
Yeah, well, the Jayhawks play at 1 o'clock today. The Oklahoma Sooners play at 11 o'clock today. And after the break, we're going to have Tyler Jones from Wichita. So stay tuned for that.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
Make someone's day. Pay it forward.
For the 29th consecutive year, the Kansas Jayhawks are in the NCAA tournament after winning their 14th straight Big 12 title and the Big 12 tournament championship. The Jayhawks enter the big dance as the #1 seed in the Midwest region. The road to the Final Four in San Antonio is one to KU's liking. It begins close to home in Wichita, followed by a potential visit to Omaha.
Never been to Wichita, and certainly look forward to doing that. But if we're fortunate enough to win 2 games, Omaha, that's kind of home away from home.
The Midwest region is arguably the toughest region in the tournament. It's made up of teams of the likings of Duke, Michigan State, and the SEC champion Auburn, just to name a few.
I actually agree with what everybody thinks. If Michigan State and Duke both play well, they would be 2 of the heaviest favorites to win the national championship.
The Jayhawks open the first round against 16-seeded Penn. Despite their seeding, Penn is a team that should not be taken lightly. At 127 in KenPom, Penn is the highest-rated 16 seed in the last 6 seasons. The Quakers are also ranked second in the country in three-point defense, which is one of KU's strengths.
Anybody that defends the three well is going to be something that obviously we got to combat, because we're going to play to shoot the three.
In the second round, the Jayhawks could face the winner of Seton Hall and NC State. North Carolina native and Big 12 Player of the Year Devontae Graham was heavily recruited by NC State and says he would welcome the idea of playing the Wolfpack.
Some of them already text me, that used to play there or that's on the team now. But I just just my friends, so it'll be a good, fun game for me personally.
Along with Graham, the Jayhawks will look to Malik Newman to play a big role in a March Madness run. Newman averaged 24 points per game in the Big 12 tourney while earning the tournament's Most Outstanding Player award. How far they go could come down to their bigs. DeSouza and Lightfoot showed promise in the Big 12 tourney, while the return of Azubuike looks very likely.
His recovery that he's made so far has been even more than what the doctors and the trainers originally thought it would be. So we're very, very optimistic that we can have him this weekend.
The time for talk is over, and the road to the Final Four begins this Thursday in Wichita when KU faces Penn at 1 p.m. Reporting from the studio in Lawrence, I'm Tyler Jones for KUJH Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Adam. This is your Thursday Good Morning KU News Update. Today marks the 7th anniversary of the civil war in Syria. According to the United Nations estimates, more than 400,000 Syrians have been killed and 5.5 million Syrians have fled their country since 2011. President Bashar Assad has maintained power throughout the war, and experts say there is no resolution in the near future.
The sister of the man convicted of killing 9 people at a historically black church in South Carolina has been arrested for bringing weapons to her high school on National Walkout Day. According to the USA Today, Morgan Roof, the sister of Dylan Roof, was charged with possession of marijuana and 2 counts of carrying weapons on school grounds.
After 70 years, one of the nation's biggest toy companies is going out of business. Toys R Us told its employees yesterday that it plans to sell or close all stores in the United States. Many stores began going out of business sales last month as rumors had been circulating since before Christmas.
In sports, the first days of free agency in the NFL have already seen a few quarterbacks change teams. While expecting to sign Kirk Cousins this week, the Vikings allowed Denver to sign Case Keenum and the Jets to pick up Teddy Bridgewater. The Broncos also agreed to trade last year's starter Trevor Siemian to Minnesota. Buffalo signed former Cincinnati backup A.J. McCarron, and perhaps the biggest non-change occurred in New Orleans, where the Saints re-signed Drew Brees.
The KU baseball team spotted Omaha a 6-run lead in the first 2 innings, then came roaring back to win 8-6. The Jayhawks are now 12-4 and will head to Austin, Texas this weekend for a 3-game series with the Longhorns.
The KU softball team is back in action today with a doubleheader at Rock Chalk Park. The Jayhawks are 17-5 overall and will play 6 games in the next 4 days as part of the Rock Chalk Challenge. Today's first game is against Northern Colorado with the first pitch at 2 p.m.
That will wrap it up for our news update. Next we'll have Shane and Jade with the weather.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas. A great place to be you.
Welcome back to your Good Morning KU News. This is the weather segment. We have Jade Steffensmeyer with us outside. Jade, is it just fantastic weather out there right now?
Hey Shane, yeah, it's actually beautiful here right now. There's like a little strong breeze, but not where I'm standing right here actually. But the sun is out, it's really warm. It's gonna hit 70 today, I think. Yeah, it's a great day.
It looks like it. I know when I walked into work this morning, it was the upper to mid 40s, and now we're almost to 60 degrees. So what are people wearing today? Are they wearing jackets, jeans, shorts, t-shirts?
I'd honestly say all of the sorts. Like I said last time, it's kind of that in-between weather. So this morning I wore like kind of a winter coat. I'm not wearing it anymore, obviously. But there are a lot of people on campus wearing shorts and tank tops and short sleeve shirts. So it's definitely spring is here and spring break is coming. So I think we're all excited for that.
Are people wearing a lot of crimson and blue out there since the Jayhawks play in Wichita at 1 o'clock?
Oh yes, for sure. I'm sure you can see a lot of KU jerseys for the game at 1 o'clock today. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you, Jade Steffenmeyer.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, right now it is 58 degrees outside with mostly sunny skies and light south winds at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now we are going to climb up to 76 degrees later today with some gusty winds. And because we have low relative humidity in those high gusty winds, there is a red flag warning out for the area today. This was just issued a few minutes ago. It is from 1 o'clock until 8 o'clock this evening. So just be careful if you're doing any outdoor burnings, and make sure you put those cigarettes out when you throw them on the ground, if you put them on. Tonight is going to be about 50 degrees, and we're going to have about an 80% chance of rain after midnight tonight. Just some light sprinkles, no more than about a quarter inch of rain, and those can have some potentially gusty winds, so the rain might sting if it hits you in the face at all tonight. That is because we have a low pressure system coming out of the Rockies. We have a warm front up here, and these storms are just going to form about midnight tonight. As we look at the radar here, there's again that low pressure system, and we have some rain coming through here just on the eastern side of Kansas. Now this will strengthen as it goes into Missouri. As you can see, this line starts to form here, and then tomorrow morning we can have some elevated thunderstorms, so don't be surprised if we hear a couple claps of thunder tomorrow night as this low pressure system scoots off the area and off to the northwest, or north and east of our area, excuse me. And tomorrow is going to be 67 degrees today, and if you're going down to Wichita today, it's going to be in the upper 70s, and tomorrow is going to be in around 70 in Wichita, and they should have some chance for rain tomorrow too. Tomorrow, that's going to be some early morning showers before we clear out and we go up to 67 degrees with east winds. Now, if we look at our extended range forecast, you can see Thursday is going to be 76 degrees. That's going to be the nicest day we have this week with about a 70% chance of rain. And on Friday, we have another 60% chance early in the morning before the weekend. Saturday looks to be the only clear day, with you have a couple chances of rain on Sunday and Monday. Not much before we really before we clear out again, and we're up into the mid 50s and 60s. Now we shouldn't be expecting more than about a third of an inch of rain through this weekend, and maybe no more than an inch after Monday and Wednesday. And that will do it for our forecast here today. So thank you for watching. Have a fantastic weekend, and Rock Chalk Jayhawks.